through what I'd got off my father, it showed me that there was a lot of anger through him, and that anger literally reflected through the way in which I acted. So I would love the thrill of having a fight. I would love getting on someone else's nerves, then that person tries to fight me and I beat up that person, because I felt like I was the alpha male, I was the top person wherever I went. So it got to a point that literally I could not control nothing. Everything will come as a flash, and then after, people will tell me the things in which I have done. People will tell me the ways in which I acted. Many of the times that I did things because of my anger, it was all because of me. And the smallest thing, it was weirdly, I went out with my friends to eat and I had forgotten my drink in the restaurant. I wanted to go get this drink. They said that they had thrown my drink away. I walked out of this restaurant now just angry. And then the next person that looked at me, there was a boy, when we walked past the shop, he looked at me. I went up to this guy now, once he exited the shop, grabbed him, headbutted him and just started beating him up. And due to the way in which my dad naturally acted towards females, there was times when I was being schooled, like I had an argument with a girl, literally threw a chair fully at her, and I didn't really think nothing about it because I'd seen my dad go out and hit my mum. When I came to the VYG, I came looking for a serious girlfriend. One that I know that, because she goes to church, she's all good. And because if she's good, then of course I can't be as bad. Got to a point when I went there, I didn't even worry about the girl because the activities that went on there literally distracted me from that completely. I wasn't taking like the spiritual side of it serious. It wasn't something in which I wanted to be involved with. I just wanted the fun, games, etc. It got to the point where it just became too much for me because they were saying to me, invest inside your spiritual life. They were speaking about the spiritual stuff, but because I did not want to be involved, I end up and I went. And I would be at home the hours in which I would usually be there, and I would just feel like something's missing. It got me to the points where I was beating up random people in the street in which I did not want to. I started going partying again, and other people outside were confused because they saw that I went to the VYG and I was beginning to change. But because I had literally left at that point, people were just looking at me weirdly. And I will be so honest, I did not like this look, but at the same time, I didn't like the feeling that it left me with. So I ended up going back there. I wanted to fill the gap that I was feeling when I was not coming. So I thought that, if I just come at least, I won't feel that void inside me. I won't feel that awkward feeling when I'm at home when people look at me. So I was coming back now, I was thinking, yeah, it's okay. Until it got to a point now, I was involved in another event. They gave us a certain dress code and I said, I don't want to dress like that because I was the type of person that all the clothes in which I wore were dark. They were saying how, this event, it's really a colourful event. You can't just be coming like that. And I did not really care. I said, you know what? I didn't say nothing to them. I just disappeared. I was being told, this is going on, this is going on. And I think one person even knocked on my door this time and they said to me, could you perform for us? We need someone to perform. I felt like I was the main point of attention. I was the one that they needed. This moment onwards, I actually stayed, but I was not taking the spiritual side serious. So whenever they'll talk to me about it, I'll just get to the point, I would shut down. I ended up leaving again because it just got boring for me. So I couldn't stay there because I felt like I was getting nothing else from it because I wasn't going to be listening to anything anyways. During the period that I'd left, my brother ended up getting stabbed. I got a phone call from one of my younger sisters, and my younger sister was crying all over the phone, and I was so confused, like, where is he, like, what's going on? I think that was one of the only times in which, like, I actually made a sincere prayer. I was like, God, please just, like, help my brother. If he stays alive, I'll even give myself to you. The people who did it, like, I knew all of them, and it's not as if they were an outer circle. I knew them really close. Like, whilst I was growing up, I was around these people. If I actually wanted to actually make a decision of any form of change, of getting out of trouble, I had to stay away from these type of people. And I came to the Wednesday now, and after I was sitting there, and in my mind I was like, let me actually try get something from this meeting. I was taking on the things which were said inside the Real Talk about a life transformation, about how your life can change and how you have to go about it. How if you really want to change that, you need to make a decision. And if you don't make this decision, literally nothing's ever going to change. So when the pastor would ask us, anyone need to speak to, I wouldn't give out everything which I had, but I would make these things relate, not to me, but to someone else. And bit by bit, the pastor would give me advice for this person, which was in fact to me. So how this person would be able to get rid of friends, how this person, not rid of friends exactly, but avoid bad company, how this person would avoid temptations with lust. And he told me about the services in which I should invest in. And he said, if you invest in these services, make sure you do train and pray with them. Gradually, you are going to be firm, you're going to be strong. My life now, literally, already, friends don't have a major influence on me like that. Already, the person my dad is not me. I'm a complete different character. I speak to my father and I actually have a good relationship with him. As well as that, the relationship to me and my mother has completely improved. So me and my mother were actually able to talk properly, talk about what's going on. From time to time, if we need to go out somewhere, we'll go out somewhere together. The leaders in which I would despise and not want to listen to, literally, weirdly enough, I'm one of them now. Through coming to the meetings, through invested inside my spiritual life and my relationship with God, I've learned to know who the Holy Spirit is, how the Holy Spirit works, and literally the Holy Spirit's intention for my life. If you look deep down inside, it's that I wanted it so that I wouldn't be given the image in which I had, but I'll have an image where people say that this person's okay, I can talk to this person. So if you actually think about why you have come, what you want to change, and use your anger to the situation in which you have, and use that to fuel your decision. Because no doubt about it, if you use that revolt that you have for your situation, no, you will guarantee make a decision which cannot be broken, a decision which you will stick to.